The cave with the bats are 1,000, I think 1,000
1,000
miles
miles
from Wuhan.
away.
Okay.
Away.
Hold it. So the bat cave's 1,000 miles away. And it's not like you got Interstate 95 that connects said bat cave to Wuhan. It's 1,000 miles of inland China. Okay, it's paths, right, most of the time. It's farm to farm to farm to little village. There are guys there that, haven't seen a television, right? This is 1,000 miles. It's the interior of China. It's mountain ranges. It's hills. 1,000 miles. So the infected pangolin or the muskrat, got bit by a bat and got infected, and that muskrat made it 1,000 miles to the wet lab until he got rounded up and hung up down, and then somebody came and bought him to have a feast. That's what you're supposed to believe. That's the natural theory. Okay, it's redonkulous, right? As they would say in Tropic Thunder, it's
exactly
redonkulous.
What they did.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you exactly what they did. The bat lady of Wuhan, right? This Xi Jinping. She brings the bats 1,000 miles. She puts them in the lab, and then they recruit Ralph Baric, this professor at UNC, who, with the help of Fauci's money and Peter Daszak at the Eco Health Alliance, Baric goes in there and teaches these people how to humanize mice by splicing genes. Okay, so you take a mouse and you put some genes in it, and they develop a lung and pulmonary system, right? So they're humanized. And then you take the bat viruses that the bat lady brought back, you put a spike protein in those viruses to create a mutation, you put them into the mice, and you wind up creating a mutant killer that creates severe lung damage and kills the mice, okay? So that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did in that lab, which, by the way, was also a bioweapons lab sponsored by the PLA, the People's Liberation Army. And they want you to believe that the COVID-19 had nothing to do with that. It's absurd.
No.
April 2020, Steve, I went on Maria Bartiromo's show and said, that friggin' thing's from the lab. And Cotton said it, I said it, you said it. I think some genius, I don't know who this guy was, but did a War Room Pandemic show before the thing even started because he saw
January
the
20th.
chessboard.
Yeah.
And they're trying to tell us, Steve, these bastards, they're bastards. They're trying to tell us that thing came from nature and communist China is not responsible. And shame on you. Yeah. Shame on you, Avril. You are despicable, people, because it killed millions.
You can't.
And you're burying
You can't
the
shame
story.
them. But hold it. You're still bearing the lead. They were only working on vaccines. They were only working on vaccines. The Chinese.
Well, that's what the report says. The DNI says it's for defensive purposes. Are you friggin' kidding me? They say that the PLA is doing bioweapons research. And by the way, you read the PLA colonels and these military things, and they say biotechnology is the new strategic commanding heights of warfare, unrestricted warfare. They want us to believe it's defensive. Go ahead, sir.
This is going to be what's going to be in Cuba. This is what's going to be 90 miles from Miami. Whereas, okay, forget about the Uyghurs, right? Just focus on Miami. That's what you got to be focused on. Focus on Miami and the CCP threat there. Peter, we got to bounce. Amazing. The work's up on Gateway Pundit. How do people get to all your content over at the Substack?
Yeah, real P Navarro, Getter, Truth, Twitter, and then peternavarro.substack.com, peternavarro.substack.com. Please go there. Getting out great material each week, and really could use your support to get it out to the rest of the world. peternavarro.substack.com. Keep pounding, Admiral. Hopefully the Republican majority in the House will start using their power.
The only two people in the history of this republic fully sanctioned by the Chinese Communist Party and held in criminal contempt by Congress. Dr. Peter Navarro.
There's no coincidence, no conspiracies, but there's no coincidence.
There's no coincidence.
There's no coincidence.
Call the FBI. Can we change the... Can we call the FBI and get this Navarro guy chained up?
Every time I get on the show, Steve, I put on my leg irons. just to get fired up. That's why I get so pissed off every time. I'm in my leg irons right now.
Okay.
All
We're
right,
going to
Emma.
have five
Carry on, sir.
FCC. We're going to have 5 FCC complaints because of the vulgarity. Okay, thanks, Peter.